Finally, after 3.5 years of uncertainty, the UK is all set to formally leave the EU today. There's mixed feelings in the country, with many people saying they're pretty happy and relieved that the UK is finally moving forward on this divided issue. But then there are some people, especially Indian students, who are telling me that they're very worried about their future in a post-Brexit UK.
As a student, I have mixed feelings about it. Firstly, there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of the job market. There are some arguments where the government says that they need to have their skilled labor count increased, which means that international students do have a level playing field in terms of competing with British students seeking for jobs. But the other side of the coin is the policies still need clarity. Not a lot of policies have been announced yet in terms of giving international students a level playing field again.
The Brexit's happening for a long time now, and I just feel that, okay, it's finally happening, but it's going to be affecting international students, because they said that next year onwards, international students can have a work permit up to 2 years. But that's from next year. What's going to happen this year to us? It's hard finding an internship right now, so finding a job is next to impossible.
For me personally, given I'm graduating in 6 months and my visa expires in October, by the time they actually get the clarity, these 6-8 months are still going to go in implementing those rules and things that they come down with. So I think that's something I am worried about, and a lot of other students who are currently graduating in July or September this year.
Now that it's finally happening, and it's an interesting time to see, interesting time to witness that Brexit is actually happening now, and what's going to happen. There are going to be so many more changes coming in, and yes, as a student, I'm really on the line to see what next Britain's going to do, not only in terms of immigration but with the terms of trade and all of that, not only with India but the rest of the world.
As an Indian student, Brexit doesn't seem to impact us as directly as it might a European student, so I don't have any fears or concerns.
I also met up with a few Indian business owners who were forced to move their work out of the UK because of the Brexit uncertainty, and I asked them that now as the UK is finally leaving the EU, will they be tempted to come back?
I think for the UK to be attractive, it needs to probably do three things. One, I think investment and trade treaties around the world, they need to happen quickly. Even if they're not signed, I think the direction of travel and the broad contours of these agreements need to be sorted out very, very quickly. The second is how the visa regime might change. So it must become easier for highly talented, skilled individuals from abroad, from outside the EU, to come and work in the UK at businesses like ours. And then I think the third thing, I think it's just a matter of showing purpose and showing a vision for the British economy. Right now, that vision is missing. So Britain was an integral part of the EU, and after leaving the EU, where will Britain's place be in the world? I think that's a really set of important questions for me.
Brexit, in terms of business, it has obviously harmed everyone, and no one can deny that, especially the uncertainty after the referendum in 2016. What should have been a very clean-cut break and a planned way, what we have done, we dithered and dathered over the last 3 years, including in the Parliament, and so that uncertainty creeps in. And when the uncertainty is creeps in, obviously it hurts everyone's business, and UK as a destination got hurt badly. However, over the last few months, since the general election especially, we have a clear direction, and obviously business confidence has grown considerably.
But despite all this, South Asian countries, especially India, is tipped to benefit from the UK leaving the EU, with experts saying that UK and India will forge newer and stronger ties moving forward.
31st of January के बाद जो है हम लोग जो यूरोपियन यूनियन से निकलेंगे, उसके जो हमारे पास जो भी वहाँ से जो फंडिंग जो जाती थी उधर, वो जो कंट्रीब्यूशन था हमारा, वो री इन्वेस्टमेंट सबसे पहले तो हम अपने यूके की जो कम्युनिटीज़ डिस्पाइट देयर रेस, कलर, रिलीजन, फेथ, जेंडर जो भी है ना, उसको छोड़ के जो है ना हम ओपनली जो है उन पे पहले इन्वेस्टमेंट होगा, लोकल कम्युनिटीज़ के जो इश्यूज़ हैं उनको टारगेट किया जाएगा। उसके बाद जो है जो री इन्वेस्टमेंट जो इंटरनेशनली जाएगी वो डेफिनेटली कॉमनवेल्थ कंट्रीज़ को बहुत हिस्सा उसका जाएगा। और सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा जो है कॉमनवेल्थ कंट्रीज़ में सबसे बड़ा मुल्क जो है इकोनॉमिकली भी और जोग्राफिकली भी जो है ना वो इंडिया है। इंडिया को तो फ़ायदा जाना ही जाना है जो है ना।
Well, we will need to wait and see if post-Brexit UK will be as attractive to international students in South Asian countries like India. But for now, one thing is for certain, and that is that the UK is finally leaving the EU. Gagan Sabrawal, BBC News, London.